Now more than ever, North Carolinians have questions about the foods they eat and the farmers that feed them. That's why the U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance and the North Carolina Animal Agriculture Coalition hosted the Food Dialogues North Carolina.
Now, our goal with this Food Dialogues event is to provide balanced, insightful conversation to help North Carolina consumers and food decision makers reconnect with the foods we eat and the farmers that feed us.
The first panel focused on the foods that we eat and the use of GMOs.
So I like to tell my students that GMO technology actually started thousands of years ago. So almost every living thing that you eat, or all living things that you eat, take their character and shape from a set of instructions that are encoded by their DNA. And we began manipulating that DNA thousands of years ago when we decided to breed plants together and select specific characters that we were interested in.
A good example of that is, and one of the most widely adopted, is the use of Bt corn, which Bt is a naturally occurring protein that I think is actually registered as an organic pesticide as well. So this is something that has been tested for years and it's naturally occurring, it's safe. It's just been placed into that corn plant so that we don't have to use the pesticides to treat a lot of the insect pressures that we had.
I absolutely have no concern at all about GMOs.
It also discussed the importance of consumer choice.
On our end, our entire business is consumer driven, kind of like Vicky's. And we've been at it a long time, but our customers tell us what they want and what they like. And because 70% of our food goes across the table at farmers market, and I know the people who are eating it, and they'll tell you quick if they don't like it.
Everybody has different means, and you have to look at your own personal situation and make personal choices. And all the things we have discussed today, whether it's GMOs or local or organic, feelings run deep for folks. I don't eat organic produce. I'm in the produce business, but I have a daughter who swears by it.
The second panel focused on North Carolina farmers, farming practices, and the use of antibiotics.
We have always taken the utmost care of whatever we're raising, whether it's the hogs, chickens, beef cattle. If you don't take care of them and care for them properly and they're not happy, they're not going to produce. So you will not be in business long term.
You know, we struggled for years with consumers' misunderstanding of how antibiotics are used in agriculture. And we, like many farmers of our size, struggled with this no antibiotic ever statement, and we decided that we would just attempt to educate our consumers that if we have an animal that gets ill, we treat the animal with antibiotics just like we would our children.
So people shouldn't have any concerns, in your opinion, about the use of antibiotics or any of that?
Yes,
hormones,
they are tightly regulated, judiciously used, and in my opinion, yes, they should not be concerned.
Panelists also shared what North Carolinians should know about their farmers.
The percentage of corporate farms that you hear about is very, very small. I would say it's less than, I'm trying to remember the last ag survey from USDA, it's less than 2%. But even when I go out and I work with a corporation, which many farms have incorporated their business, it's usually a situation where dad may be the CEO, mom may be the vice president, one of the kids may be the secretary. So it's that kind of family corporation. So by and large, except for maybe a very small percentage, all of our farms in North Carolina are pretty much family farms. So.
Farmers are not stupid. Whether you're a farmer who farms lots of acreage and has lots of animals, or a farmer on a small scale, to be able to farm and produce is not easy, and to survive and make a living doing that is certainly a skill that should be respected and applauded.
We hope that these conversations today have provided some new insight and some perspectives into how our foods are grown and how they're raised and why, and maybe reinforce the importance of supporting both consumer and farmer choice.
To learn more and to join the conversation, visit us at feedthedialoguenc.com.